A report backed by UNICEF, a United Nations organization, is now warning that millions are going to be impacted by a food crisis this year, 2019. Could such a devastation strike the United States of America, especially considering the trade that we do with multiple countries internationally? Now, before I get into the report, I just want to give a quick shout out to my partner at noblegoldinvestments.com. If you've not converted your 401k into a Roth IRA, do that today and give them a call at the number below. All right, back to the report. For starters, let me take you to the report so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, the report was published by FSIN, the Food Security Information Network, and it was done in conjunction with or backed by the United Nations, UNICEF, and multiple other organizations. The report is called 2019 Global Report of Food Crisis Joint Analysis for Better Decisions. Now, the report goes on to detail food crises that are striking all across the globe, and they list multiple countries that have been impacted. Some of those countries include Afghanistan, Iraq, Haiti, Palestine, Somalia, Yemen, and Zimbabwe, and many, many others. Further, on the key finding page, it states this: more than 113 million people across 53 countries have experienced acute hunger requiring urgent food, nutrition, and other livelihood assistance in the year 2018. It goes on, an additional 143 million people in a subset of 42 countries were found to be living in stress conditions on the cusp of acute hunger. They risk slipping into crisis or worse if faced with a shock or stressor. In other words, 113 million of your brothers and sisters all across the globe are suffering from hunger. Not only that, but another 143 million are on the cusp or brink of suffering from such a disaster. Now, the question that must be lingering in your mind is, what exactly is causing this? Well, check out that same report where it actually lists what the primary cause is. According to the report, conflict and insecurity, climate shocks, and economic turbulence are the main drivers of food insecurity, which continue to erode the livelihoods and destroy lives. To put it simply, we are having a global food shortage because of three factors. 1, government tensions. 2, economic issues. And 3, natural disasters. Now, here's the thing. That report details multiple countries that have been impacted, but not all the countries that have been impacted are listed in that report. In fact, I'm going to show you a couple of other news clippings that talk about some of the crises not listed in the report. Some are listed and some are not. But here's some of those articles. Check this first one out on theguardian.com, published May 15th of 2019. Australia to import wheat for the first time in 12 years as drought eats into grain production. Biosecurity concerns raised over import from Canada as Australia's winter crop forecast to drop 20% below 20-year long-term average. The dailyguardian.net published May 22nd, 2019. Capiz loses P350 million in rice crops due to drought. Independent.co.uk published April 27th of 2019. China's unprecedented pig crisis to impact the entire world, expert warns. Commodities economist predicts African swine fever will trigger an escalation in meat prices across the globe. IndiaTimes.com published May 14th of 2019. We will have to eat maggots, sausages soon for our dietary needs as a global food crisis worsens. USNews.com, May 15th, North Korea suffering historic drought amid severe food shortages. From Australia to the Philippines to China to North Korea, countries all across the globe are suffering a food crisis of some sort. But you know, we here in America are not exempt. We do trade with some of these countries, and this could impact our food here in the United States of America. But those aren't the only factors that are affecting our food supply. Check this article out on TMIN.com, published March 27th. As many as 1 million calves have been lost in Nebraska. beef prices in the U.S. to escalate dramatically in the coming months. TMIN.com published May 15th, 2019. Total catastrophe for the U.S. corn production. Only 30% of U.S. cornfields have been planted. 5-year average is at 66%. AccuWeather.com published May 21st of 2019. AccuWeather predicts smaller corn and soybean yields in 2019 as wet weather persists. In other words, here in the United States of America, we have our own form of a food crisis where we are having issues with our corn, with our soybean, and even some of our beef production. Bottom line, are we headed for some kind of food crisis for the year 2019? Was the report published by FSIN and backed by UNICEF legit in warning the world that millions could suffer from a food crisis this year alone? I guess the ultimate decision is yours. Either way, I wanted to get the information to you so you can make your own assessment. And this is why I always encourage everyone to prepare. You want more information on that? You can click in the description box below. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.